Hello. We're starting a little early today because didn't really have. I had a late breakfast, and now I'm just eating some almonds. Yeah. So we ended on mod and play yesterday. Guess it makes sense that that would be something a lot of people buy. Told you there's going to be a bunch of coronavirus games. Man, this channel is like never ever gonna get monetized. It's like I keep hear like you hear a bunch of licensed music from game trailers. I'm talking about coronavirus. It's just like there's no like chance of this channel ever getting monetized. It's funny. Oh, another Warhammer game. There's actually a bunch of Warhammer used to be more selective about what they did with where they who they gave their games out to. Try this down. Here we go. But they just started like shotgunning it and giving it like tiny bits of all the Warhammer lore to whoever wanted it, and that's how you got like 20 Warhammer games coming out in like 2 years. The Enclosure. Zombie arcade game. Fight endlessly against the horde. Be coronavirus. Notice that this is one of the first games we saw today, which means it didn't sell very well. That's what you get for making meme games that aren't actually based in interesting ideas. Or making games like this. Oh, it's another Breakout game. Who would have guessed? Battle Baseball. Hmm. I like how this game looks graphically, but not much to it. But like this person probably didn't expect it to be a hit. It's a fun idea, and eventually turning it into like Splatoon and making a bajillion dollars. Okay, here we go. Hope that's going all right. Okay, so it looked kind of interesting, but it's a little generic. Oh, it's another survival wave game. Actually has an interesting look to it. It's not just an asset flip from what it looks like. Looks like it's a VR as well. I got like some decent hit feedback and sound effects. Could be interesting, but it's like there's just a million of them. Oh, Is this that rip-off Cuphead game? It's so weird. Like for this with this amount of effort, you could just make your own game with good animation. Oh no, this isn't. This is a different game. It's not that the rip-off Cuphead game. But it looks like they don't have a lot of enemies. Like it's just the mushroom enemies. That's cool. It's interesting. Like if this is a first attempt making a game like this. I mean, Cuphead doesn't own the art style. Like a lot of stuff is just very iterative in video games. So yeah, this looks like just like Snake, but they added more mechanics to it. That's interesting. So yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. Let's see. It only has 6 user reviews. Interesting idea. Only in the first view. Oh, it's buggy. Oh, it's right, bad audio. Oh, well, I'll still check it out eventually. Even with all these negative reviews. These 3 negative reviews. It's 50% of all of the reviews that they got. Beginner's Japanese. Whoa, yeah. A video game is actually a really great idea for learning another language, but because it's just something that you're gonna spend a bunch of time playing. So if you made a good game, you could theoretically get people to spend like 100 hours learning a language and like not realizing they're doing that. But no one's really mastered exactly how you would do that yet. This is interesting. This is probably this person's first game, or like early in their game career, making something that's kind of like old Atari games. No thanks. We had 2 Corona games in one day. Both kind of low effort meme games.
You want me to read you a story? Here, this one.
Yes. Just somehow know that despite the sickness,
is a grave dishonor.
I like to.
Dissection. And they're a first-person horror game with no animation. Who would have guessed? Oh, there was animation. Sorry, the volume was low. It was okay. Sometimes I just don't have enough to really talk. What is this? There's no actual mechanics here. This is just a game. Layer translated onto it. That's interesting. Pong Quest. This is sort of interesting, but not really, I'm into.
Monty! Monty, come on! Monty, going up!
Walk in the woods. It's literally a walking simulator. Barcelona, 1977, an ex-cop in a wheelchair witnesses a murder. Teams up with a young, ambitious journalist to bring the truth to light. With camera, binoculars, and transmitter in hand, uncover the town's secret from your balcony in the soul-searching detective mystery.
Aldo stayed at the bench last night.
He must have been close by.
My friend. Today there's a corpse lying on your doorstep.
That was interesting.
These things take time. You've only just started.
He's got a clipboard.
I don't have time. Shh, please.
See, now we're getting in. Here's a person who knows how to animate. Construct a scene for animation. But they don't have like perfect animation ability. So it's like they can get an idea across, but not have it like be perfect with how it feels. Which is good. Like I'm saying, that's fine. That equals a good game, whereas that came from before. It's like, well, it's well animated, but it's not really interesting. What are the features? What are the mechanics of this game? I mean, how does it work? I'd say this game's worth playing. Story is what completely is really what carries it. Oh, you're playing as a person in a wheelchair looking off his balcony, huh? That's also very interesting. It's a point and click game. not just stressing this one place takes place in Spain, is making the transition to democracy. This is an interesting enough story. Like, even if the game isn't great, I'll like that'd be worth. It's just worth looking at. Intergalactic fishing. Blah, blah, blah. The shattering. Visually interesting. Not really interesting. This is like a game they would have played on the shitstorm. back in
John,
Super Best Friends
Can you
days.
come sit with me?
The shattening. Shattering.
A different dose this time.
Whenever I look up Silent Hill
We
Shattering,
know you're tired, John,
it's
but this should
funny
take
that
you
I just
deeper.
look up Silent Hill.
We have to try again.
It's like, okay,
I know
Shattered
you.
Memories.
Your eyes.
That's just the shorthand
Relax.
for actually looking it up.
Floors, doors, in a kitchen sink. And he
Man, I
cleaned
have
a
kind of a
dime.
bias against playing games like that are first-person or psychological horror games. Like, yeah, you kind of actually have to sell me on it. You can't just be like, oh, it's this kind of game.
Perfect.
Despite it looking well
Perfect.
presented, it's like,
Perfect.
it's like how do you recommend a book? Well, you can't really recommend a book. You have to know the person really well to be like, okay, you love this. It's like, I've liked it 2 hours in. It's too much time to the looky-loo. This was maybe it's just a very simple game that I saw. Ooh, this game looks cool. In an uninhabited mysterious catastrophe of Trans-Siberian That's not me fucking up, it says what it says. The mysterious catastrophe of Trans-Siberian You must endure in a harsh ice-clad climate to rescue It's like Oregon Trail, except Oregon Trail. It's one of those games I always look at. It's like this is between and that generation is really it still looks good. Why couldn't I just play this? Look at the reviews. It's troubling to me that at time of writing the review rated as most helpful includes egregious hyperbole at best and flagrant lies at worst. Well, use passenger difficulty, good atmosphere, beautiful artwork, replayable, good character development. Some events are bad. Lack of multiple save slots, that's a bad one. Your game should always have multiple save slots unless that's like you're going with a thing. The tutorial's bad. 1 to 2 hours, whatever. Like, dude, there's like 7,000 games out there that are good that you should play. Like, game length, whatever. There's no character. Oh, he's criticizing the other person's review. Oh, so this is like, yeah. This is actually really, looks like a really interesting game. No updates, blah, 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 bugs. Brutal, unforgiving. Emotional affecting, think this is interesting enough. Like, I'll put that on my wish list. Well, here we got another anime action game.
Gods, which led to the creation of the continent of wielding both sword and powerful dragon breath attacks. She boasts the highest damage output of all the clan. Use her dragon sword attack to recover dragon points and traverse complex terrain with ease with her dragon
Yeah,
whip.
this is the kind of game that like, you'd see
In a party, she takes on with Berserk, enabling him to dish out incredible damage in an instant. The Shinobi scale walls and float through the air to explore new areas. In a party, his ability to recover dragon points is second to none, helping his allies consistently use their abilities. He also excels at generating aggro and keeping the enemy's eyes on him. The witch carries. She can set the power, effects, and fire. The Oracle bears the power of the astral dragon in her back, strengthening her physical ability. The Bandit uses the secret techniques of the dragon to steal relics and use their powers. He takes the match with the character Medius.
Play it. If you want to play this like go for it though. If you want a 2D platformer, it looks good. Renovation. Oh, you're at train station. Actually interesting. Cozy game. Power or hardship space something breaker. Friendly fire. People seem to like this game from these reviews, but I don't know, it's just not for me. This seems kind of a very smart game. That's nice. Warhammer Underworlds. Lead your fighters to glory. Our games are no enemies, no audio. Oh, it's also free. That's probably why it got a lot of reviews. Oh, it's got an air dash. If you want to see what a 2D action Metroidvanias look like, just look at how the movement is in this. That's just it. Just add animation on top. Oh, look. No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. I never actually played this. This is a great game. Everyone should play this. And here we go. Bear Party. It's funny, this one, like, I would really expect this to not So if you want to play
and Dragon Guard Shield. The Shinobi takes to the skies with the...
There's like a million. I'm not kidding when there's like a million of them out there. Well, there's like hundreds of them out there that are the exact same game that are fun. But here, so the games that kind of look interesting is Snake Core.
Yes, sir.
On my way. On.
The Flower Collectors, which is a mystery story where you're watching it from your room.
Aldo stayed at the bench last night.
He must have been close by when the murder happened.
So it's like the Flower Collectors. Help will come tomorrow. I'm actually gonna this. So yeah, it looks like it might be okay, but it's just it doesn't look interesting enough to me to actually play it. And No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. I'll just this is just a really good horror game, and despite being a first-person game with no animation of your actual character,